together sets the Yeshua, and they make ready the Passover. Okay. So, this is here. Okay? We're going into the evening of the closing the 4th day, opening up the 5th day. Right here. They're going to be eating. Alright? So it's closing out. It's closing out that day when he says in 2 days. Alright? It's closing out that day. But let's read this. Okay. Now when the even was come, he sat down with the 12. Okay, so we include the time that he said in 2 days the Son of Man will be given up to be betrayed. The evening closing out the day, bringing us into day number 2. Bringing us into day number 2. So here, when he's closing that out, and at that evening, in Matthew's 26:20, it's closing out that first evening that he said, in 2 days the Passover, the Passover is near, is coming. And we close out that day. Now we're going into day number 2. What happens is, when we go into day number 2, we find ourselves lined up with the 14th day. The day that the Passover was to be prepared. And in the Exodus account. Alright? So, let's continue to read. Matthew's, I wanted to say something earlier about this. Okay. Matthew's 26:18. It seems like Messiah is telling them that they will keep the Passover at the man's house. But what's happening is that he's telling them to find somewhere to prepare for the Passover. Not to keep it and eat it, but to prepare. He wanted them to keep the Passover, to eat the Passover meal, because that's part of the commandment. They have to do that. So he didn't want them to go out and start preparing at the last minute. He wanted them to be ready. Those brothers weren't eating the Passover meal that evening. What they were having was a covenant meal. That's what was being done there. But let us continue reading. Matthew's 26:31. Then said Yeshua unto them, all ye shall be offended because of me this night. For it is written, I will smite the shepherd, and the sheep of the flock shall be scattered abroad. 34. Matthew's 26:34. Yeshua said unto him, verily, verily, I say unto thee, that this night before the cock crow thou shalt deny me thrice. Okay? They are in the night of the 2nd day. Okay? Because the 2nd day will begin at night. Okay? So this is where they are. See, this is where they were at the evening right here when they was eating. This is a little between the white and the black. There's a little gray area. Then that's the evening. So this is where they were in the evening. Now when he's talking to Peter, it's already night. It's already dark. It's already nighttime. So the evening went into night. Thus far, counting the one before that was the first day when he says in 2 days is the Passover. So that counted one day. Now we're going into the 2nd day. That night is into the 2nd day already. Okay, so now let's continue reading. Okay, Matthew's 27:46. And about the 9th hour, Yeshua cried with a loud voice, saying, Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani. That is to say, my El, Elohim, why hast thou forsaken me? Okay, this word 9th hour is Strong's Numbers Greek 1776 enados, and it means 9th. The 9th hour corresponds to our 3 o'clock in the afternoon. For the 6 hour, well, basically we're gonna stop there. 3 o'clock in the afternoon, it's already coming into the evening. It's already getting late. All right, Matthew's 26:47. 7. When the evening was come, there came a rich man of Arimathea named Joseph, who also himself was Yeshua's disciple. Okay. So, this is what happened. Okay. Here, Messiah says in 2 days is the Passover. Here is evening when he's eating with the 12. So that already, that's 1 day counted. That's already done. It's 1 day counted off. Right? Now, at night, he tells Peter that you're going to betray me. Okay? Now, right here, 27:46, at the 9th hour at 3 o'clock, okay, he's already up on the stake stating that, you know, he's speaking to Yah, why have you forsaken me? Okay, so now by the time this is the awesome thing. He's on the stake now, he's dying, right? Now they have to hurry up and get him off that stake because the evening is coming and the Passover is going to be. That's 2 days. That's 2 days. That's exactly what Messiah said. In 2 days, it will be the Passover. Okay? So he counted off the 2 days and the Passover will begin. Right here. At the evening of the 14th going into the 15th. You see? Right here. If we line this up, you'll see the number 5 right here, the number 14 right here. This is the 14th day at the evening. That's when Messiah will be up on the stake according to Matthew 27:46. Okay. So according to Matthew 27:46 and Matthew 27:57. Okay, the evening closes the 2nd day, thus far making it Passover. Matthew 27:62. Now the next day that followed, the day of the preparation, the chief priests and Pharisees came together unto Pilate. Okay, so the next day that followed after preparation, they came to him. Now remember, people, Messiah died, and then they are saying that the next day that followed, they were going into the preparation. Now we know and understand that Messiah said 2 days from now will be the Passover. Then 2 days from then he died, and then the Pharisees, when he died, the Pharisees in Scripture, Matthew 26:62 says that the next day after he died, after preparation, they came to Pilate. So Messiah and Matthew and the Yahudim are talking about the very same Passover. Not 2 different Passovers. Okay, let's continue. Matthew 28:1. Matthew 28:1. In the end of the Sabbath, as it began to dawn toward the first day of the week, came Mary of Magdalene and the other Mary to see the sepulchre. Okay, this is how the interlinear reads this. This Matthew 28:1. Evening yet of Sabbath to on lighting of the first Sabbath. So what is to on lighting of first Sabbath? Okay, so what's being said here, after the Sabbath, the high Sabbath, okay, the high Sabbath, at the first weekly Sabbath, because Messiah rose on a weekly Sabbath, okay, came Mary of Magdalene to the sepulchre. All right. So now let's look at John's account of the Passover, and we know and understand. We went over when